I'm Tobias Nairuki. I work with Family Watch International, an organization under the UN Family Caucus as the Empowered Youth Coalition Africa Regional Coordinator. I work with specifically the young people in the African continent, but the Empowered Youth Coalition brings on board all organizations that focuses on youth empowerment, protection of the child, and especially when you look at incest under child protection policy framework that Family Watch International, an organization I work with, we focus specifically on educating the parents, the different stakeholders and governments on the key interventions, policies, and how best we can protect our children from incest and other sexual abuse. Incest is it occurs when a parent, that's a biological father or a biological mother, an uncle or the extended family, abuses a child, their own niece, sexually. It also extends within the uncles when they goes ahead to abuse the child sexually. So that's what we call incest. Children between the age of 3 years to 20 years are the mostly highly affected by incest, and most of these cases are highly contributed by poverty. Most families today are living below the poverty line, and also drugs and substance abuse. Most parents in the urban setup, especially those living in vulnerable communities like slums and the rural areas, and also the cultural practices of some of the communities. So these factors, especially drugs and substance abuse, has led to so many cases that have been reported at the police stations and gender desks across the countries and counties. In addition to that, also lack of information, because if our children are empowered, if our own young people are empowered through education, through trainings and mentorships, these cases of incest will not happen. Some parents do that, especially the male gender, because the mother or the aunt are not present. So if the mother and aunt are not present, it becomes so easily for the one taking care of the kid to be able to do such a criminal offense to the child, abusing her sexually. Most perpetrators today are released back to the society 2 to 3 days. Sometimes some spend a month in custody, and later on they're released. Most of these cases happen because one thorn we have it today in the country: corruption. Because of corruption, many of these victims, that is the perpetrators, are released back to our families. If we sort out the issue of corruption, because when I, as a father, with my family, happened to exploit my child, molest my kid sexually, and I'm taken to custody, my wife and my family members will come and pay the police constable or the commandant of the police station. Then I will be released, coming back to my family. The reason sometimes also besides corruption is fear. The Protecting Life movement, Kiota, is like a home. It's like a home housing the affected children, mostly girls, who have been molested and sexually abused by their own relatives and parents. Today, the Kiota system, the Kiota center is overwhelmed with so many cases, although they take girls below the age of 18 years. So there's need for the county governments to come in and fund the current Protecting Life movement, Kiota, and go ahead and even now find out benchmark from the Kiota we already have to have established Kiota in other counties, then the national government is now advised today. We call upon the national government through our beloved President, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and his deputy and the leadership, that there's need now to come in and say, under the Minister of Health and the Minister of Gender, Tobias, Nairuki, the Empowered Youth Coalition, Africa Regional Coordinator, an organization that brings the young people across the world to stand for life and family. I, Tobias, and the many young people in Kenya and the whole world says no to incest, because with incest, today, if we do it today, you are killing the tomorrow's president. But if you protect that kid today, tomorrow you'll be a happy family. We'll have the so many Wangari Maathai and the so many Rachel Ruto as first ladies.